Hey there, I have a special gift for you, so congratulations, my friend. Now, if you're still able to watch this video, it means that within the next 5 minutes, what you're about to learn and receive could literally change your life. Before we get started, let me share with you who I am and why I decided to share this message with you today. My name is Dino Delplesh, and some of you may know me as Professor Daddy Joy. And this year, I have set myself a goal to help at least 100 educators transition their existing skills into a soul aligned coaching business so that you can live a life of freedom, impact, and purpose, all by teaching them the same proven system that turned me from just an IT teacher into a coach, a speaker, and a lifestyle entrepreneur. The same system that I'm going to give you in just a moment. But wait, I know what you're thinking right now. I bet you have gotten pretty skeptical about all of these promises of instant riches. Well, that's great because the truth is a little healthy skepticism can go a very long way. I've fallen into many of these scams to myself, and that's why I'm going to show you live, verified, ironclad proof, okay, of how seasoned educators can start getting high-paying clients and building a life of freedom and impact. However, do know that if the millions is what you're going after, then I'd like for you to exit this page like right now. Because it would be an outright lie if I promise you that you're going to become a millionaire overnight. But if you're looking for something that can help you generate income via business that is aligned with your values in the days to come, you're in the right place. Listen, the system I'm going to reveal to you is something you've never seen before. Like literally, you have never seen anything like this before. On top of that, it's 100% legal and ethical. I'm going to say that again. It's 100% legal and ethical. And let me assure you that this has nothing to do with Bitcoin, nothing to do with Forex, Amazon, or paid survey. And it's definitely not some sort of MLM or some pyramid scheme BS. Now, I'll be honest that this system is not for everyone. This is not for people who get excited about being stuck in a job they don't like because they think they need the money. This is also not for people who love working their butt off for someone else for the rest of their life. And this is definitely not for people who still think there's no money to be made in the coaching market. And if this is you, just close the page right now and give this opportunity to someone else who needs it more. Now, if you're still here, it only tells me one thing. You're serious about making money so that you can live a life of purpose, impact, and changing your life for the better. So I want you to congratulate yourself and just give yourself a little pat on the back. And here's what I'd like you to know. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed before. It doesn't matter if you have zero technical skills, business skills, or coaching skills. In fact, it doesn't even matter if you've never ever made a single dollar outside of working a 9 to 5 job. Because once you get access to the system I'm about to share with you in just a few moments, you will start having control of your financial future. And that would be my gift for you. You can start paying off your debts. You can start deciding what kind of lifestyle you want to live. And this is why in the next few minutes, you will definitely want to pay close attention to every word that I'm about to say. You see, this money-making system wasn't created out of pure luck, but it was created out of necessity. I know that you are burned out, undervalued, and stuck in a system that doesn't appreciate your talent. You've poured your heart and your soul into your students, but you're not seeing the impact or the financial reward that you deserve. And it's not your fault. It is not your fault. The traditional education system is often rigid, bureaucratic, and doesn't provide the support or autonomy you need to strive. It's designed to keep you in a specific role, not empowering you to build your own impactful business. Many educators I've worked with have felt the exact same way, and they have tried to explore other options, but they have been overwhelmed by the lack of clear guidance and the sheer amount of conflicting information out there. It's easy to get discouraged and feel like you're not cut out for this entrepreneurship things. You're feeling like you're fish out of water. And you might have tried to start a side hustle or explore coaching before, but you probably run into a few roadblocks like, I don't know how to find clients. I don't know how to price my service. Or I don't feel comfortable selling myself. And this isn't because you lack the ability. It's just because you haven't been given the right tools and the right system. I understand you might also be worried about leaving the security of a stable job, not being able to replace your income, and not living the and not having the necessary business skills to succeed. This do make sense. But what if I told you there's a proven path specifically designed for educators like you? A path that leverage your existing skills, provide you with the business and marketing training you need, and give you the support and the community to strive. Imagine waking up. Imagine this with me. Close your eyes. Each morning, you're excited to work with clients you love, making a real difference in their life, and having the freedom to design your own schedule and income. This is possible with a well-structured coaching business. This system is designed to minimize the risk associated with starting a business, and I'll provide you step-by-step guidance, proven strategies, and ongoing support to ensure you're not going at it alone. I know the idea of selling yourself can feel super uncomfortable, and that is why we will focus on authentic marketing and building genuine connection with your ideal clients, so you never have to feel salesy. The traditional education system is designed to keep you in a box, and generic coaching program doesn't address the specific needs and challenges you face as an educator transitioning into entrepreneurship. And the gurus are just trying to sell you the dream without proven substance. This is different. We are specifically focused on empowering educators like yourself to build a striving, soul-aligned coaching business with practical training, support, and the community that you need to succeed without the fluff and the empty promises. And you may be probably thinking, starting a business is complicated, time-consuming, and expensive. You're right, it can be, but it doesn't have to be so, my friend. You're also right to be wary of coaches that promise you overnight success. Building a sustainable business will take time and effort. But what if there's a way to simplify the process, leverage your existing skills, and build a business that aligns with your values and lifestyle? What if there was a way like that? What if you can do it with the support of a like-minded community of educators who understand exactly what you're going through? And you might suspect that you need to be a natural salesperson to attract clients. Well, that is a common misconception. We'll show you how to attract clients authentically, build it by building genuine connection and showcasing the value that you provide. And I want you to imagine waking up every morning excited to work with the clients you love, knowing that you're making a difference in their life and finally having the freedom to design your own schedule. That is possible for you because it's possible for others, and it already became possible for me. And I want you to see yourself generating consistent income through your coaching practice, allowing you to leave the burnout of the traditional classroom behind and create a life of purpose and fulfillment. Envision yourself as a respected, sought-after coach, empowering others to achieve their dreams and building a legacy that extends even beyond the classroom, even beyond your generation. And this is not your fault. Yeah, the fact that you haven't achieved this as yet, it's not your fault. Our education system is designed to be rigid, bureaucratic, and it doesn't provide the support and autonomy that you need to strive. So I want you to pay very close attention to the next few minutes because I'm going to show you a better way. Rolling now. The topic here is how to build a high-ticket coaching business without needed extensive additional training or complete career overhaul. And my goal in this presentation is to help two types of people. For those of you who are educators, you'll get a proven system to confidently transition into your coaching career. Okay, for those of you who are coaches, you'll get a clear strategy on how to find and attract high-paying clients. Now, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? Okay, and my goal in the webinar is simple, is to convince you that transitioning your existing teaching or trading skills into a profitable coaching business is the key to achieving freedom, impact, and the income that you desire. And I would provide you with a proven framework that would make this transition simple and successful. Yeah, and that is my promise to you today. Now, the big question is, why should you listen to me? As Samantha said, I'm an energetic introvert. And what that simply means, I'm an introvert at heart. However, I'm a little energetic bunny, and I love to really bring my energy into the room that I'm in because that's when I feel my true self. And for most of my career, I was a traditional educator, and I started in a job I was in a stable job, sorry, but if I felt this nagging feeling that I wasn't living up to my full potential. My first job out of college in 2010 was teaching fundamental computer skills to kids, leaders, and young professionals. And I love the feeling of helping others learn and grow. And I know most of you who identify as educators, you can relate to this feeling as well. And I knew I wanted to start my own coaching business. I wanted to help people grow and I want to see them change their life. And also, I wanted to live a life of abundance. Yeah, I wanted to make that mullah. Yeah, as a young professional, and I had this burning desire to start my own coaching business, but I had no idea how to actually turn it into a real business. So what I did in 2017, I enrolled in an entrepreneurial master's program. And after 3 years, sorry, in 2020, I graduated with a master's degree, a full year after all of my classmates. And you can imagine how this felt. I felt like I was left behind. I had no job at that time. I had no direction. And even worse, I was living on an island where coaching was practically unheard of. It's like I wanted to be a coach like Adrian Cahill, like Rich Litvin, to speak on stage like Tony Robbins. But it felt like this was a pipe dream with no money, no network, this feel almost impossible. And in 2020, during COVID, I started my first coaching business. And to be honest with you, I felt like a total imposter. More than anything, I felt like felt ashamed because I had spent 7 years of my life studying, but I felt like I had nothing to show for it. And that doubt was crushing. And I didn't think I had what it took to be a coach. And the big thing is, I was afraid that I wasn't enough. Yeah, I wasn't enough. Who was I to charge people for my help? Yeah, so what I did, I started coaching for free. Yeah, maybe some of you have did this as well. You start coaching for free, and eventually I had the courage to charge $97 for 3 months of coaching. And the only reason why that was because I invested in my own coach at $97 a month for coaching. But if the problem with that was it was exhausting, it was unfulfilling, and it was definitely unstable. There were days that I couldn't even go to the capital and come back because I didn't have any money. And one day I felt really demotivated by it all. So I pulled up one of Tony Robbins' TED Talks. And I'm going to try and do my best Tony Robbins impression because he said something that I'll never forget. He said this: the quality of your questions determine the quality of your life. When you're able to ask quality questions, you would create a better life. Now, the question now for me was like, how do I ask quality questions? And then he said something about neurolinguistic programming. And that's when I got obsessed. Yeah. And I started downloading everything I can on about NLP, neurolinguistic programming, NLP for short. And this is where my obsession started. Yeah. And then something amazing started happening. I started seeing incredible transformation in my clients' life. Yeah, they were achieving their goals, they were overcoming their obstacles, and they were gaining confidence. And that's when I realized that it wasn't about me. It wasn't about me. Now, I was certain that coaching was my calling. And knowing that I want to coach, that was one thing. But building a business, that was a whole different story. Now, I had the master's degree and I had a sales coach. And while I saw some results, the approach from my coach felt a bit inauthentic and it was a bit too salesy for me. I feel like I was playing Jag. Yeah. And I thought to myself, there must be a better way. There must be a better way. And that is when I discovered my coach, Sean Quintero, and his free one client away challenge. Now, he shared a very heart centered sales approach, and it completely changed my perspective. Yeah, suddenly selling felt natural and authentic. And it was unbelievable what he shared, and it was for free. Yeah, and it was really incredible. And I didn't realize it at the moment, but my communication, my empathy, and my teaching skills were actually huge assets in the process. Yeah, it was the biggest asset in this sales process. Yeah, it was like a light bulb went off for me in that moment. Because now with this structured approach, I was finally able to raise my fees and communicate the value that I was providing. Taking my coaching fees from $97 per month for 3 months to $997 for 3 months of coaching, which was a 10x increase in my price. Now suddenly everything started clicking. I realized that my ability to simplify complex information, design learning experiences, and facilitate meaningful conversation was the exact skills that I needed to be a successful coach. And I didn't needed a business degree to ask powerful questions, to hold space for someone transformation. And that realization gave me the confidence to start applying what I was learning from my coach. And it was surprisingly easy for me to apply this heart centered approach because I was doing this for most of my life. Yeah, this is what I was used to, using frameworks to teach complex computer concepts. And seeing how all these pieces fits together, it becomes totally easy. And this gave me more confidence in my ability. And that's when I start showing up within my true self. And all I needed to bring for my clients was a fresh perspective and ask simple questions they won't ask themselves. Yeah, and let me say that again. All I needed to bring was a fresh perspective and ask simple questions that they won't ask themselves. Yeah, my client gained clarity and gained confidence, and so did I. Yeah. And not only did I get to personally learn from Sean Q, but I also had the incredible opportunity to work as one of his international sales coach. Yeah, I even hosted my very own one client away challenge, teaching this same sales centered approach with a little Dino twist. Yeah, and that was so much fun because the information that he shared changed my life, and I wanted to do the same as well. And today I'm proud to say, only am I speaking on stage like Tony Robbins and coaching clients powerfully like Rich Litvin, I'm creating the same level of transformation in my client's life and business. And now today, my mission is helping other educators like you escape the burnout and build a striving coaching practice so that you can experience the same freedom and impact that you deserve. And here is my first secret. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, my friends. You don't need a degree or a fancy certification to start coaching. You already possess a powerful toolkit of skills. And I must say that again. Yeah. You don't need another degree or a fancy certification to start coaching. You already possess a powerful toolkit of skills. And the fact is, we are lifelong learners. So go and get the degree if you want to. Yeah, go and learn more if you want to, because learning is a part of the game, but you don't need it to get started. Now, isn't that amazing? However, the truth is, what you do need is a strategy to translate those skills into a striving business. And that is what I'm here to provide. Okay. So now I've shown you that your teaching skills are your greatest coaching asset. Now, isn't that awesome? Now, if that was a nugget for someone, give yourself a little wiggle. Yeah, because that might be a big shift for you. And let me see what's happening in the chat. I see Samantha said, I don't need to reinvent the wheel. Amen to that, home girl. I see golden nuggets, golden nuggets. I see Juliana said, coaching has a bad rep, especially amongst academic type. I totally feel you on that. And then Samantha said, the quality of your questions is determine the quality of your life. Yes, yes. Now let's keep the ball rolling. Now, here's what's going to happen during the next 15 minutes. Okay, we have two more secrets to go, and I want to make sure that I make sure I respect the time. Yeah, and I make sure I give you everything that you need to succeed. Now, the first secret was how you don't how your teaching skills is your greatest asset. The second one would be the confidence code, how to overcome limiting beliefs and attract higher paying clients. And the third secret is the coaching market is not saturated, how to find your ideal clients and command a premium price. Okay, this is what you're going to be learning coming up. Now, the confidence code. How do you overcome these limiting beliefs to start attracting premium clients? Yeah. Now let's get into it. You may be thinking, who am I to charge these prices? What if I'm not good enough? This is one of the most popular ones. Yeah, I don't have time right now to balance it all. Now, let me share with you a story. Now, I want to introduce you to one of my clients, Nanyang, and Nanyang is a school counselor as well as a creative writing coach, and he faced some of these same fears and he discovered the confidence code. Now, Nanyang is a dedicated school counselor helping his students craft compelling personal statements for college application. And he's good at it. He's really, really good at it. And he's been doing this for over 8 years, guiding countless students towards their academic dream. But Nan felt a disconnect. Yeah, he knew his work was valuable, but he struggled to see the full impact beyond the application process. And he wanted to do more. Nan faced three major hurdles. First, he was a bit worried about how his school would perceive him marketing his service outside of his official role, and he feared it may be a conflict of interest. The second struggle was with his idea of charging a premium price for his expertise because he didn't fully grasp the true transformation he was providing for his clients. He was so used to providing this as a part of his job, he didn't see the value he was providing. And the third worry was about what his parents would think about him quitting his job. And this may sound familiar to a lot of you. Parents do play a big role in our lives, even though we're not living with them. Yeah. And the turning point for Nan was when he really started to impact the results he was getting his students. It wasn't just about crafting a good essay, it was about boosting their confidence, helping them discover their passion, setting them on a path to a more fulfilling future. Now, these were life skills. They're not just writing skills, not just application skills. And this is when he realized his work had a much deeper impact than he previously thought. And even with this realization, Nan still needed a strategy to confidently market himself and command a premium fee. And he knew he was good at what he did, but he didn't know how to translate it into a thriving business. And this is where we focus on highlighting Nan's strengths and the depth of his experience. Yeah, we work together, we craft the transformation he was providing, going beyond just the application process to focus on increasing confidence and self-awareness that the students gain. And we highlighted the fact that Nan has been doing this for over 88 years. Now, it's easy for him, but it's not easy for his clients. And this is where the value is. This is where the mullah is. Okay, being able to communicate that level of expertise. And by focusing on the transformation, the key word here, focusing on the transformation, Nan was able to see the true value of his service. Now, Nan started to understand that what came naturally for him, helping his students articulating their stories and discovering their potential, was a unique, valuable skills that others would gladly pay for. And the result speaks for himself. Now, Nan gained immersed confidence in his ability, and he landed one of his highest paid clients last year at 85,000 renminbi. Now, isn't that amazing? Yeah, communicating the transformation that you create compared to the process of what you use. Yeah. And because he now understands the value that he provides in his service, yeah, he works with fewer clients while generating more income, giving him more time. And this was a huge shift for Nan because the year before he had so many clients, he didn't even have time for himself. And Nan would powerfully say all the time during our session, less is more, Dino. Less is more. Now, Nan serves a specific group of clients, and he's more confident than ever before in his ability. Now, here's the lesson, and here is where you take note. Yeah. When you truly believe in your value, you can attract high-paying clients and build a thriving coaching business without sacrificing your well-being. Now, let me say that again. When you truly believe in your value, you can attract higher-paying clients and build a thriving coaching business without sacrificing your well-being. Now, I've shown you how you can overcome your limiting beliefs and attract high-paying clients. Now, isn't that awesome? Yeah, if you got a nugget from this one, give yourself a little wiggle. Yeah, just celebrate that win. And let me see what's coming in the group. I see gold nugget. I don't need to reinvent. Okay, let me scroll a little bit. Imposter syndrome. Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. And don't forget, guys, drop your golden nugget in the chat. If something lands on your heart, it was an idea for you, drop the nugget because you're getting an opportunity to learn twice when you do share. Now let's keep the ball rolling. As I said, my promise is to share with you two more secrets. And the next secret is the coaching market is not saturated. How to find your ideal client and command a premium price. Now, at this point, you might be thinking, is the coaching market saturated? Yeah, how can I possibly stand out, especially coming from education? Now, let me share with you another story. Now, this one is about my client, Tej. Yeah, and Tej wasn't even in the legal profession, yet he found a thriving niche serving leaders. And this, I'll show you how this applies to educators. Okay, Tej had a fascinating background. Tej came from pre-med, and then he transitioned into software development. And he's been a longtime leader in Toastmasters. And he had this natural talent for guiding people naturally, especially lawyers during his Toastmasters time. And he saw this struggle with client management and communication, but he didn't know how to turn this into a business. Yeah, he was helping them for free, but he didn't see it as a valuable business opportunity. Tej's biggest hurdle was one, self-doubt, because he kept thinking this, who am I to help lawyers? I'm not even a lawyer myself. which do make sense, right? If you look at this from this perspective, this do make sense on some level. This imposter syndrome made it incredibly difficult even to consider charging for his service, let alone marketing himself effectively. And he felt there was no way he can help lawyers in their business as he had no experience in this area. And the turning point came when Ted realized the value that he was already providing. Yeah. He had been mentoring lawyers in Toastmasters for years, helping them improving their communication and leadership skills. And he started to see that these skills were directly applicable to client management in relationship to time, which is a major pain point for many lawyers. I don't know how many lawyer friends you have, but as lawyers, they bill based on their time. So their time is so, so important for them. Yeah. And even with this realization, Ted still needed a clear strategy. Yeah, he knew he can help lawyers, but he didn't know how to package his expertise into a compelling offer and how to reach his ideal clients. So he was stuck more or less on the how. Yeah. And that's when we implement what I love to call an ask campaign. So I had Tej interview a group of lawyers. This includes his former mentees to deeply understand what are their specific challenges when it comes to client management. And this research was golden. Yeah, it gave him invaluable insight into their pain point, their language, and what they truly need. Yeah, he literally was building his offer with feedback and support from the market he wanted to serve. And this made him realize that he didn't need it to be a lawyer to understand their needs and provide a solution. Yeah, through this conversation, Tej began to see a clear gap, the clear gap that he could fill. He wasn't just offering a generic business advice, he was offering specialized guidance tailored to their unique challenges in the legal profession. Yeah, this gave him the confidence to position himself as an expert in lawyer client management system. The result was remarkable. Tej connected with a network of lawyers who valued his perspective, and Tej gained confidence in his ability to sell his service at a premium price. And now Tej is taking it to a whole new level. Now, today, Tej is building a software company designed to help lawyers manage all of their clients in one centralized platform, directly addressing the pain he uncovered during his research. And he went from helping lawyers for free to building a software that would help thousands of lawyers. And as Tej would wisely say, adopting an entrepreneurial mindset is everything. Adopting an entrepreneurial mindset is everything. Now, I'd like to remind you, you're not just a coach, you're not just an educator, you are an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, you identify problems and you provide a solution based on the skill set and the expertise that you have. Yeah. And by choosing a specific target, he not only found a profitable market, but he also discovered his true calling. And as coaches and educators, you have the same potential. By focusing on a specific group within the education space or any space that your passion takes you, you can stand out and attract high paying clients by building a truly impactful coaching business. And here's the lesson. This is where you take note. Yeah. If you're not taking note, take a screenshot because this is golden. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You just need to be something to someone. You don't need to be everything to everyone. You just need to be something to someone. So now I've showed you how to find your ideal client and command the premium price. Now, isn't that awesome? If that was a nugget for you, make sure you give yourself a little wiggle dance, okay? Because celebration is a part of the journey. Now, let me ask you this question. If you leverage your transferable skills as an educator, overcome self doubt and your limiting beliefs, find your ideal client and command a premium price, do you think you'll be successful as a coach? I hope your answer is hell yes. Yeah, I hope your answer is hell yes. Yeah. Now, how many of you are excited about what I just shared? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, I see yes, yes. Awesome, awesome. I see you, Anna. I see you, Juliana. I see you, John. I see you, Samantha. Henrik, I see you. I see you. Golden Nugget. Be something for someone. Amen to that. Amen to that. Now, how many of you feel a little overwhelmed because I just covered a lot? Yeah. Now, I literally packed a 90-minute presentation into 20 minutes. So I try to make sure I get the best stuff for you today. Yeah. And as it was really impossible to try and teach everything for you. So I make sure I give you the best stuff. So when the nuggets come, make sure you write them down. Now, Would it be okay if I spend a few minutes sharing something awesome I've prepared for you for free? Now, why? Because this is a straight up bribe, and I'm being super honest with you. Because I want to share with you and have you try my new coaching program called the Educator's Coaching Business Launchpad. Yes, this is specifically for you because this is a comprehensive system that gives you step-by-step instruction to get your first 1,000 coaching dollars income. And that is my promise to you. Now, this is a system that is so simple. Anyone can apply it to get fast results, even if you have no business or sales knowledge. Getting your first $1,000 income client with the Educator Business Launchpad in just 5 days. Yes, in just 5 days. Now, on day one, I'm going to be showing you how to define your ideal client and craft your irresistible offer. On day two, you'll get step-by-step lead generation strategies and outreach that works. On day three, we're going to build your high-paying client sales system that turns anyone into a buyer. And on day four, we're going to transform objection into heck yes, sign me up today. And on day five, you're going to build your entrepreneur mindset to scale and overcome those inner challenges. Now, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be awesome? Now, you'll also get live group coaching, so that way you can get feedback and ask the questions that you need to move forward with your business. Get help with your offer, tweak your copy, and improve your entire sales process. You'll get the certainty you need to succeed without no more guesswork. And anything you need, we'll work on it together. Wouldn't that be amazing? Live, yeah? Not just looking at videos, but you will get live feedback from me personally every other week. Plus, every quarter, you're going to play the 90-day money game and land a new client every week. The money game are for those of you who want to, one, get money now. Now, everything else will be focusing on money later tasks. However, when we play the money game, it's all about getting money now. And all of my clients who have played the game has been landing a client every week. And for 90 days, we're going to show you how to connect, meet people who could be your clients. Invite them to what we call a wow talk with you. Wow, build a valuable offer. They would say wow to, and propose, confidently ask clients to work with you so that you can make that mullah. And with each action, you're going to earn points, build confidence, and land high-paying client. Now, this is just some of the feedback that others who have played the money game have said. And let me just read one of them. I saw someone said, I did my first offer for my new program. Some nice imperfect action. Well, that one was a no, but a great learning experience, and got a yes from another sales offer. Now, if they can do it, you can do it too. Plus, you're going to get a special video library with videos of me personally showing you how to build and implement your sales and marketing systems, crafting your irresistible 10K offer, creating your sales and marketing and onboarding systems. And you get templates and swipe files for all the copies that you need. So no more guesswork, no more thinking about what works and what doesn't. You'll get emails, sales letters, and video template, and you'll get it all. And to really make this useful for you, you would get our monthly implementation workshops where we build a system together live. That means every month you would come on a call with the group of other members, along with myself, where you're going to build your system live together. Create a concrete action plan to implement proven strategies to move your business forward each month. Master key implementation strategies and avoid the pitfall that can slow you down from growing your business. Showing you what is working now, and I'll show you also how to create extra revenue and where to find dream clients and even more. Get rid of the feeling of being lost and unsure of what the next step may be. Now, wouldn't this be awesome? And then showing you how to model this in your business fast. Now, that's the key word here, fast, because I want to make your investment back as fast as possible. So you're probably wondering about the cost. Yeah, which totally makes sense. And as a member, you're going to get everything: the live Q&A group coaching, the quarterly money games, the look over my shoulder video training, and the monthly implementation workshop where I personally help you implement everything for just $197 per month. There's no contract and you can cancel anytime. Okay, plus you can keep all the content even after you've canceled for free. Now, isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Now, this is what you're going to get. you're going to get the Educator Coaching Business Launchpad, which is a $1,997 value. You're going to get access to the 90-day money game every quarter, which is a $10,000 value. You're going to have access to the core training modules, a $5,000 value, our bi-weekly group coaching Q&As, which is also a $5,000 value, and the monthly implementation workshop, which is another $5,000 value. And to add a bonus, you're going to have a private community online where other coaches, educators, and entrepreneurs are playing a big game, giving this offer a total value of $26,997. Now, isn't this amazing? Isn't this amazing? But you're not going to pay $26,997. Yeah, $26,997 worth of trading, yours for free, just for becoming a member. Now, let's talk about the member dues. Okay, like I said, it's just $197 per month. Yeah, not prohibitively expensive, but enough to keep the freeloaders at bay. But for the right person, membership should pay you. I want you to think about this. Would it be worth $197 to have me show you my sales strategies and get a $1,000 client this month? Don't you think that if you take action on what I show you, you'll get a positive return on your investment? If you're like most people, you'll tell me you'll probably pay for your membership several years over, just with the proceeds from these strategies. You'll probably tell me that everything else after that, one strategy, would be gravy. Yeah? And that's why I'm gifting you the 90-day money game every quarter. Yeah, plus the monthly implementation workshops. I want to make this an absolute no-brainer for you. Yeah, I want you to make this an absolute heck yes. Plus, I take a lot of pride in helping my members win big. And think about it this way. Would it be worth $197 for you to come spend an entire month looking over my shoulder, having me walk you through every copy, every offer, and every sales call? And here's something else to consider. Would it be worth $197 to jump online with me 3 times a month and have me review your coaching business? That's what we do in the live group Q&As. Plus, you can see your fellow members and get ideas from what's working for them as well. And if any of those scenarios sound like they might be valuable to you, this is definitely a no-brainer. And that's why you should accept my bribe and become a member today. Just click the button below and become a member. Remember, there's no contract and you can cancel anytime. Plus, you can keep the Educator Coaching Business Launchpad content and the core training library modules. If you decide to cancel, you're going to keep them all for free. Okay? And here's something interesting about the cost of membership. If you do the maths, it's literally just $6.04 per day. Isn't that crazy? I asked ChatGPT for what can I buy for $6.04? And the most compelling thing I found was a fast food combo meal. That's burgers, fries, and drinks at a place like McDonald's. Which would you rather have? A combo meal burger with fries and the medical bill that follows? Or a ready-to-go high-paying client sales system created by me personally? Let's face it, $6.04 isn't going to change your life. But the work we do together to grow your business can. Accept my generous bribe today and become a member now. Okay? You'll be a part of a small group of high performers that will share valuable information the rest of the world never discovered. You will discover the fastest cutting-edge sales and marketing strategies and tactics before your competitors know what hit them. And you'll be able to take fresh, new strategies that are created and tested by me personally. So that means no more guesswork. And you'll plug them into your own business every single month. Plus, you get to connect with me and your fellow members every other week. Live group coaching Q&As so that you can get help, guidance, and the focus that you need. Won't you accept my offer and become a member today? Remember, you're under no obligation to remain a member, and you can cancel anytime, like anytime. And you can still keep all the gifts I offer for free. Okay? Speaking of gift, there's one more thing I want to offer you. And this is my biggest gift I'm going to offer. When you take action today, like today, you would get a free one-to-one 10K plus business mapping session with me personally upon becoming a member. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? And this is valued over $10,000 because I want to make sure I'm getting you all the results that you need to pay back your investment. Accept this offer and become a member today. Just click the button below and let's play full out.